Alright guys, today we have a vintage Craftsman 1/2" drive ratchet. I can turn it where you guys can read it, but it is a VH series, forged in USA, model number 44809. It's a rusty boy, and it's not seized, but it's not great either. But this was that one's rough. That's okay. Yeah, it's slipping on that way, but it does have somebody's name carved in it, and something else. But I think it will clean up, and I'm not sure if I have this in my collection or not. But if I do, this will be for sale on my eBay store. If not, it's going to be added to my collection. But let's see how good we can get this looking. With a little bit of effort. So what you will need, either some snap ring pliers, or I have these like larger tweezers. You can get these at Harbor Freight. I think that's where I got them. They're probably Pittsburgh. I got a couple of brushes, wire brushes, to clean off some of the rust. And Snap-on recommends this, and I like it. It makes the gears sound pretty good. But Super Lube, and then for the rust on the outside, I've got some 3-in-1. You can get this at Walmart now. This is an old can. I buy it at estate sales pretty cheap. But in order to open up these ratchets, there is a little snap ring back here, and you will take your pliers or snap ring, whatever. I'm trying to do this while recording, so don't judge me, but it's a little more difficult when you're trying to get the right camera angles and stuff. But you'll squeeze that together, pull that out, and that is a rusty boy right there. But you should have a plate right here covering it up. Then you have this piece. This is the head. Is that what this is called? Your gear and everything. This is the quick release, but it's not seized, but it's not working very good. You can see the gears are pretty good on this ratchet, so I'm pretty confident this will be a very good used ratchet. You can take this out if you want to. Usually I have like a bottle cap that I bent to help you get the ball back in there. I probably won't take that out this time. I'll see how it's switching, and it's switching fine, so I'm not too worried about it. We'll throw some oil in there and hit it with the brush a little bit, but these sometimes can be annoying to get back in, especially if you don't have the right tools. But just be aware that if you take this out, it can be annoying getting it back in. But we will take the wire brush, we'll hit it a little bit, then we'll throw some oil in it, get it all oiled up. And once we get it brushed off, I'll get back with you. Alright, so we used the wire brush. We cleaned off a lot of stuff on it. Now I'm going to take some alcohol, some rubbing alcohol, and wipe it off. And then we will take some 3-in-1 and oil up some of the pieces. And we'll start the reassembly. Alright, so here's what we got after the alcohol. So the alcohol is going to remove any old grease that may be left in it, and you know, try and clean it up a little bit before we oil it. You can see in there it looks a lot better already, and a lot of the rusting didn't come completely off, but oiling it will help prevent that from spreading and getting worse. But we're not going for a full restoration. We're just trying to get this guy back in working order and able to live another, this thing's probably 45 years old, if I had to guess. It may be a 90s model, but it could be from the 80s. I'm not exactly sure on the VH, like when that series came out, but I feel like in the 90s it was mostly like G. I think the V whatever letter, that was in the 80s, so I don't think this is ESCO. Could be. I don't know. If you know, let me know in the comments. But we wiped everything down with alcohol, which is going to help the performance of it and prepare it for oil and grease. So what I do, and this may not be correct, but I like to use my 3-in-1 on our little mechanism here, and this is just going to keep it running smooth, and you can move it around while she's in there. And this is very easy to disassemble past where we went, but like I said, it can be hard to get back in there. If you have a tool that presses that ball and spring, so inside of here, once you remove this little Batman shaped guy, the switch on the back is able to be pulled out, but when you remove this, there's a little like BB in there. It's a little bearing, but it's got a spring behind it, and that spring is pushing up on that ball. So whenever you switch it over back and forth, that ball is what keeps it engaged into loosening or tightening. So the more you know. Ratchets are pretty simple on the inside. A lot of them are anyways, especially Craftsman, but Snap-on's not that difficult, Craftsman's not that difficult. There are some that do get a little frustrating, but I'll wait to oil that after we get this guy put in. So when you're going to grease this, which I probably need to shake this up, I think it's not as thick as I want it to be. Hopefully that got it back where she needs to be, but this stuff's great. You can get this at Harbor Freight. I think that's where I got mine from, but you can use as much as you want to. It's just going to help it out, so be aware of that. Press her in there, but you want to get grease all over your teeth. That's going to help this thing glide pretty smooth and sound like a brand new ratchet. Like if you have a ratchet that's been sitting outside for 20 years, you can make a lot of difference with it just by doing what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna try and switch this to a mid section. There we go. And you can add more grease in here if you want to and then clean it up, but get some down there on our little switch. Like I said, this is pretty easy, and I'm going to take the ugly side of this, the one that's been exposed this whole time, and that's going to be my inside. I might take a little bit more grease and put it around this, just to try and keep that rust from spreading, which I'm sure when I mash down it's gonna get it all over this, but I want to make sure it's got grease on it. So we're gonna draw a happy little smiley face on the back of that guy, and then you'll set her on in there, press her in, and then you'll get ready with your snap ring. Okay, let's see. Yeah. And then it's set. You can spin it around. That top may not be completely in. I might need to press that in better with a screwdriver. Well, seems like it's seated. So that's good. Now you can wipe off the grease on the outside. If you've got any alcohol left over on your rag, it's a good time and chance to use it. But now that the inside's greased, a lot quieter tooth motion in there. You like that smooth transition. So as far as mechanically, this thing's great. Let's try and oil it a little bit and make her a little prettier. So all I'm gonna do is put some 3-in-1 on our rag like that, and this is going to help the I'm not even sure if this is technically pitting. It's like the start of pitting, but we'll get some oil on this where it's rusted, some oil in these areas where his initials were, and for the most part it's cleaned up pretty well. Like I've done this a few times. I've never done it to a Ratchet that cosmetically was so ugly, but I'm quite pleased with how it's turning out, and I mean it's functioning pretty good. We'll take a little bit of our 3-in-1. Let's turn this on the side where we can drip some oil in that little ball there. Just take the back button, press it, and it'll get that oil in there, moving around, lubricating all that up. Like this, I don't think this thing's ever been serviced, if that's what you want to call it, in its lifetime. So this thing really needed this. And like I said, this thing will go on. This Ratchet right here will probably outlive my grandchildren. That's how quality these Ratchets were made. And like Craftsman won't send you a rebuild kit. If you want to warranty these, they'll tell you to throw it away. But this is one that I did warranty. It had stopped working, and they sent me a brand new one and told me to throw this one away. All it took was a little bit of work, a little bit of time, and this is what we ended up with. A very nice 1/2-inch drive Ratchet. It does have the inscribings on it, but you know what? It's whatever. This Ratchet probably came in a kit, if I had to guess. And it's seen a lot of work. I've bought Craftsman tools that look like they had never seen any work ever. This is certainly not one of those, but this one does have a lot of life left in it, and I'm excited to put it to work or get it in the hands of somebody that will put it to work. Thanks you guys for watching. I will see you next time.